There are a lot of stupid people. I've even met atheists who claim that atheistic Satanism doesn't exist, even when I gave them a link and a screenshot that shows you the Church of Satan defines it themselves. This is not something that, it's not some kind of straw man argument that the church made up, as many atheists have claimed. And I have noticed time and time again that the search results tend to be favorable, for whatever reason, to the agenda of the New World Order and covering up even the most obvious of things. Don't forget to check the links in the comments and take screenshots. If you're with me, you will take screenshots of this and of the shirt I'll show you after this that I'm wearing. Okay? Take a screenshot of this, make this shirt yourself, wear it proudly. I'm Heru, the top martial artist, and you're a bunch of bitches that are covertly drugging me. And there's this one that talks about how my family betrayed me and stop the covert drugging of the top martial artist. Take screenshots. For those of you who want a better picture, I'll post it on my channel. Also, for those of you who want to accept my top martial arts challenge before I retire, I'm already the top martial artist in history, the top martial artist there ever will be. No one will ever be able to prove otherwise, because of being covertly drugged, which I've proven, and the gassing, which I've proven as well. These avaricious, pernicious dogs have failed. So just like there's people who don't believe that the media spin exists, that the controlled media, is controlled, there's people who do not think that MK Ultra was real or that the psychological operations unit is real. The government is a big unit that recruits and collaborates with proxy and auxiliary groups to get their agenda across. And if you think they're not interested in mental health or psychiatry or psychology or, things of this nature, you're horribly mistaken. I am the top martial artist in America, and I'm being persecuted for my political views. I have no friends. I have no potential wives or potential girlfriends. I don't trust any of you because of what they are doing, and I've lost respect for all of you. You are all thoroughly defined as the enemy or potential enemies in my eyes, and there is nothing you can do to prove yourselves worthy of my company, much less to be my girlfriend or something like that. You are traitors to God, and unless God instructs me to trust you specifically, I will never trust you, nor will I ever be friends with any of you. And for those of you who think that is not fair, well, you can thank the U.S. government. You can thank the whites and the Jews and secret societies first and foremost, then the Asians, Hispanics, and blacks in that order. Those Ebos, get it out of your head. You're not going to put me under your control either. You're not going to pretend to be on my side either. As far as I'm concerned, you are worse than the Ebos who sided with the government during the Nigerian Civil War. You betray your own people to secure your own or your family's future. Something that you missed. There's some things that you missed, like the morality in the Bible and the lessons in the Bible that says nothing shall be put before God. God comes first. You did not put God first. You put your own greed and your social status before God, before everything that is righteous, virtuous, and true. You are spiritual bottom feeders as well. Anyone who sides with the government, whether they're in the military or law enforcement, intelligence agencies, mental health, any teachers, any of these groups that obviously and overtly side with the government, can count themselves among the complete cowards and the lowly dogs, the noxious, odious heathens who historically are in the wrong. You are cowards. Any group that you can attach Satanism to, Masonic Satanism, satanic feminists, homosexual, gay satanic community on Facebook. You can't truly attach satanic Christian. So any group that you can attach Satanism to is a fucking lowly dog-filled, heathen-ridden group of cowards. All these people who are doing this to me, they all know that they're cowards. They all know if they're in this room right now and we both had a knife, they would be scared to death. I would murder them in no time, in a fraction of a second. The toughest amongst them is nothing more than a little Chihuahua-like coward. With that being said, when you look at the Crusades, okay, the Battle of Hattin, I believe it was, with Guy, and I think it was Baldwin, something like that, second or third crusade, when they ran out of water and they were going toward Galilee and they had to fight their way there. No one argues that the Crusaders were impaired physically, and it was done purposely by the enemy. And the enemy did noise campaigns and other campaigns to reduce their efficacy. Now, it's very interesting how they will acknowledge that, but these lowly dogs in secret societies, the military, law enforcement, political groups, the UFC, and other sissy-like ballerina type thong-wearing bitches, are quick to deny that obvious fact, that they have impaired me for the short term and the long term, and I am still the best. Even impaired, I would chop Bruce Lee in fucking half in a millisecond. Maybe a little bit longer than that, maybe a half second, but nevertheless, I would win. With swords, I would win. With knives, I would win. In unarmed combat, I would win. I am the top martial artist in America, and I'm being persecuted for my political views by a bunch of people who have complexes. Little man complex. Big nose complex. Female complexes, homosexual, molested as a child, now they molest children complexes. Lowly scum who are only concerned with their intimacy needs and financial status and their standard of living, who know nothing about morality and God, who cannot name an atheist for the life of them that is even comparable to Martin Luther King, and Martin Luther King isn't even the greatest Christian of all time. Yet, there they are, pretending that their philosophy is superior. These worthless worms, maggots, and rats. It is rather pitiful and unfortunate, to say the least. They are weak dogs. And all you feminist whores, I will give $10,000 to any female that can beat me at my top martial arts challenge. I'll put the link on my Meklo channel to this channel so you can accept the challenge here. I will stop going on my Meklo channel for security reasons. Even with all their cyber attacking, my computer is still up and running. Even with all their technology. Even though I only have a bachelor's degree and they have people on their side with PhDs and people, who are part of the, cyber, resources of the government. Software engineers that work for the government. The tech sector that collaborates with the government. That's on the government payroll. And in their respective departments, Army, Navy, you name it. Bunch of fucking cowards. Reminds me of when Louis, in the Second Crusade, he's coming with his wife, that one whore. I'll put in the comments, some slut, some, glorified pigeon. And he is separated, his army is separated from him, and the Turks just wipe out these people. And, they make it down with only half their army, and they have to rethink their plans. These are the yuppies who couldn't survive without the muscle, and I would slice through their muscle like a knife that has been held to a torch for an hour, slices through already partially melted butter. They are cowards. They are lowly fiends. They are weaklings. I am a transcendent hero. They are traitors to God. I have the highest moral standard. They have no morality, no compassion, no understanding, or they wouldn't be siding with complete pedophiles, human traffickers, and the worst criminals in the first place. They wouldn't be sticking up for Satanists in the first place. They wouldn't be aborting children in the first place. And they wouldn't be manipulating society from behind the scenes. None of you will ever understand how disgusting it is to be covertly drugged by inferior forms of life. So help me God, they are inferior. When you use their own scale, they are inferior. They are losers. They are losers in the sense that matters most, spirituality. They are godless losers. They are not even present on the spiritual pyramid because they have no souls. When they die, they will go to the lake of fire at best. They are weak. They are a bunch of marks who follow marks in some cases. They are cowards. Their peacock pigeon-ass bitches are beneath the dirt on my shoes. I am the top martial artist. That is the most important thing one can be in this day and age where there are no more prophets and no more saints. I am the closest thing to it. So, you could say that I am your modern prophet since there are no prophets anymore, and I'm the only one who understands God because I am the top martial artist. So, because of their inability to beat me, because of their despicable, abhorrent tactics, their children will have to mind what a black prophet tells them. What they tried to make as hurdles in my way has been rather fortuitous. These facetious little dogs and their frivolous desires and lifestyle. These narcissistic, hedonistic, neurotic knaves. They've lost. They've lost to the best. These rapacious, perfidious wolves. They have lost. These iniquitous, godless, poisonous, lowly, unscrupulous, dishonorable, illogical, out of touch, and hopelessly destined for hell types of rats, maggots, and other lowly forms of life, rodents. These people have lost. And even now, when I'm slightly covertly drugged, having gone to a place that I usually don't go to for food, having gone to 7-Eleven where I've gone at least 10, 12 times since this targeting began for more water, they managed to get a little bit of drugs in me. But when you compare this to the other day, the other videos, I posted probably, 2 videos before this. There's the video before this and then there's the 2 before that. The 2 before that, I put in the comments, the description and the title, I believe, drugged. You can tell. I'm like, they're doing this, and, you can tell I'm drugged. And if you know what to look for, you can see it. For the same reason, when somebody's drunk, like, I'm drunk, and just leave me alone. And you've seen it before, you can tell. I've been it before. I've seen it before. I know. Of course, there's the most telltale sign of all. I felt the symptoms. And it is not a coincidence that they happen to happen after I consume something while I'm multitasking, uploading videos, answering messages, going through Tinder, going on Facebook. Not thinking like, oh, am I drugged? No, that wasn't going through my mind. Then the drugs hit. There's no way around it. I have conquered these lowly dogs. I have put them all beneath me. I am the top martial artist, and they are nothing more than weak, godless, honorless, dishonorable little toads. They can travel as a pack of toads and giggle at their stupid jokes and each other's stupid jokes, but they're just a bunch of toads, a bunch of rats scurrying around trying to secure their cheese, thinking that that's all there is to life. Make no mistake, I am the top martial artist that there ever will be in this country. Ever has been, ever will be. And I became that while I was covertly drugged. That is an accomplishment that surpasses any American accomplishment there ever was and that there ever will be. It's all downhill, all the way to hell from here until Jesus comes back. It's a shame that only 76% of you are even capable of seeing why I'm right. But who knows? Maybe in the future America will surprise me and give me the credit I deserve. Maybe women will officially apologize to me as a gender. But I doubt it. Thank you.